The Nan Yeomans Grant for Artistic Development is now open for applications. With an increased award of $4,000 this year, this grant supports emerging young artists in the Kingston area working in visual media. Nicole Daniels, Executive Director of the Kingston Arts Council, is here to tell us how you can apply. Welcome, Nicole. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. Thank you for having me.
This is very exciting to hear about this, especially for young artists, but also let's talk about that increase that's making it very interesting for people to apply.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a really exciting year for us and for the program. The program was established in 2007 and has been running since then with a grant amount of $2,500. That's awarded annually to one visual artist. And so this year we're looking at a grant amount of $4,000, which is really exciting. It's a 60% increase, and it's the first time that the fund has seen an increase in the course of its history.
This is not only with the Kingston Art Council. Who is involved?
So the Nan Yeomans Grant for Artistic Development was created after Nan Yeomans died in 2004. She left all of her art and most of her estate to the Community Foundation for Kingston and area, and part of that wish was to establish a fund in her name that supports young emerging visual artists in Kingston and the surrounding region. So we administer the fund on behalf of the Community Foundation for Kingston and area, and we deal with the grant applications. We meet one-on-one with artists to take them through how the program works, answer any questions, and help them navigate the grant application process.
And let's hear about what some of the criteria is for actually applying. Let's start with age.
Absolutely, yes. So the age range is between 17 and 40, and that's as of the date that applications are due. So as of November 18th, 2024, applicants have to be between the age of 17 and 40. And this is because the Nan Yeomans wish specifically was to fund young emerging artists in the Kingston region. It's for emerging visual artists. We try to be very flexible with how we define visual arts. So, there's things that you would think of very traditionally: painting, printmaking, pottery, sculpture, and then it also gets into things like metalwork, glasswork, weaving, even film, and we even will accept performance art and other things that aren't classically defined as visual art, as long as there's a strong visual component to the project. So there is a requirement that they have produced a body of work, and they can have achieved some local recognition or exhibition experience. It's not a requirement that they have to have exhibited artwork before, but really what we're looking for is emerging artists who are actively practicing. We do want them to be emerging, so if you have a long, vast history of exhibitions and lots of public recognition, it may not be the best grant for you, but really we try to remain very flexible, and just as long as there's someone who are actively pursuing their career in the visual arts, then they're eligible for the grant.
Is this a one-time grant?
It is, yes. So it's awarded to one artist every year, and it is just one time.
And so where would you find your website?
It's artskingston.ca.
The age range is so huge. How can you finally decide who gets that grant? Wow, it must be a big job.
It is a big job. We bring on a jury of peers to adjudicate the applications. And so this is a group of 3 visual artists working in Kingston. Typically we try to have 2 community members who are kind of recognized in the visual arts, as well as where possible we include the previous year recipient. In terms of how they decide, there's different criteria that they're looking at, all within the application guidelines. And really what I think they're looking for is where they can make the biggest impact. The grant can be used to support career development, so that could be education, it could be renting a studio, it could be exploring a new area of your practice. And there are many different ways that you can use the grant, but really I think the jury just looks for where they see real potential for the project, taking the artist's practice from how it exists now and letting them develop a new skill or somehow take that to the next level.
So when will the lucky person hear when they've received this grant?
So the public announcement will be in January. Hopefully the lucky winner this year will hear back from us in mid to late December. It does kind of depend on the jury process, so there's a chance they might not hear until early January, but likely it'll be mid-December. The deadline is November 18th, which is a Monday, and it's at 11:59 p.m. So you have the whole day to submit, and applications are sent via email. All the information is on our website, artskingston.ca.
Thank you very much for joining us today, Danielle.
Thank you for having me.